What is up, guys? It is your boy N607 here. Welcome to another review video. Today I'm going to be reviewing Sonic Lost World for the Wii U. I've been playing some, said before in the past that I want to try and play more Sonic games, and this is one of the ones that I don't really hear people talk about too much, and if they do talk about it, they don't have the most positive stuff to say about it. So I played the game earlier this year, and I figured let's make a video on it and see whether or not it's really as bad as people say it is. So let's start off with the presentation of the game. Now, this Sonic game is different from the other ones that came before it. It doesn't use the boost formula that games like Unleashed and Colors and Generations used. Instead, kind of uses a more simple kind of design. I'm assuming it'd be more similar to that of, I'd say, the adventure games. I say maybe because I haven't played the adventure games yet, but it's pretty nice. It's kind of similar to that of Super Mario Galaxy in the sense that you move around these spherical objects that aren't too long, and then once you get to the end of one, you then bounce your way to another one, kind of like the planets in that game. So, yeah, and this is a big reason why people describe the game as very similar to Super Mario Galaxy, and I feel like it's different enough that it's not a big deal, but really, that's pretty much the game. It's a 3D platformer, it's pretty just standard stuff, but what I do really like about this game are its visuals. Now, this is, I may be wrong on this, the first Sonic game to be on a console that runs at 1080p 60 frames, which is really, really gorgeous looking, especially with the semi-cell shaded look to the game. I really like the style of the game. It really does look nice, in my opinion. It looks good. It looks good. So presentation-wise, it's pretty solid. And then we get into the story, and this is something that a lot of people do point out when they talk about the game. The story's really not that amazing. Basically, there's this new group of villains called the Deadly Six. They want to try and drain these planets so that way they can drain all the energy so they can make themselves more powerful. That's really the story. It's not really that good. It's kind of generic. And also, I may as well talk about the actual Deadly Six who make their debut in this game, and they're something. Oh, okay, I'm no disrespect to the voice actors. I'm sure they did what they were supposed to, but they sound so cheesy. I swear. They sound so goofy, and it's I don't know whether or not it's because they're trying to be goofy or if it's because that they genuinely did. I don't know. They very non-threatening is the best way to put it. They barely even seem like villains. They just seem like minor inconveniences. But it's not the biggest issue ever. But story-wise, yeah, it's not really the best. But who cares about the story? What about the gameplay? Is the gameplay fun? Well, I think the gameplay is fun. Like I said before, it's 3D platformer. It's kind of similar to that of Super Mario Galaxy, where you move from planet to planet. And really, that's really the best way to describe it. I pretty much described it already in the presentation, though. One thing about the game that isn't liked the most, and even I have to agree with people on this, is the game speed. I'm sure you can look at watching the gameplay in the background right now, and the game really isn't fast enough. Sonic does not move very fast in this game, if I'm going to be honest. And I do definitely think that this is a bit of an issue because it does make it feel like there are times where this game can just go slowly. I kind of wish that the game was a little more fast, but I don't think it's such a deal breaker that it's oh god, it's the worst thing ever. It's just kind of there. It's just, what are you gonna do about it? I don't know. It's just kind of whatever. It definitely should have been a lot faster. And also another thing are the wisps that you use, because the game does have wisps, and the wisp powers are really, really, really gimmicky and not fun to use. You don't have to use them much throughout the game, or at least the first half, so I guess you can kind of sidestep that issue, but yeah, the wisps kind of suck in this game, honestly, let's be honest. And really, that's all I have to really say. The game is pretty much that. It's a 3D platformer. Now, I don't know what the 3DS version's like, since I've heard that version's a little different, but gameplay-wise, I think the game is perfectly alright. I don't think it's a great game by any means. I wouldn't say it's anything that groundbreaking, but I think for what it is, I think it does it quite well. Of course, yes, the speed of the game could have been better, and the wisps could actually be usable, but I don't really find much else like of a problem with the game. Maybe just increase the speed and make the wisps better, and really that's all you really gotta do to fix the formula. So gameplay wise, I'd give it a pretty good pass. And then moving on to the controls, I don't really have to mention it, the game controls pretty well, but I do have to mention the wisps because those take full advantage of the Wii U gamepad and they are not fun to use. I don't like it. The controls for that are super gimmicky and they're just really weird. I don't like it. Moving on to the amount of content to the game, and honestly, you could probably get maybe 7 hours out of the game. I don't really know how long it would really take to finish. I don't remember how long it took me. Since I never really finished the game, since difficulty spike at the end of the game. So if you are going to go through the whole entire game, get ready for that. The game gets pretty hard eventually near the end, but you can get a pretty good amount of time out of the game since I paid $30 for it. You can definitely get that out of it. So yeah, content-wise, pretty solid. And then soundtrack-wise, it's good. I definitely wouldn't say it's as good as other Sonic soundtracks, but there are some good songs in there, like the Windy Hill Zone Act 1. That one I really like. And yeah, music-wise, I mean, it's a Sonic game. Do I really have to say anything about the music that's bad? No, the music's pretty good. And now finally moving on to my final thoughts on this game. I can sort of see why people don't like this game nearly as much. Obviously, this game is kind of different, and some of the things it doesn't do the best, like the villains, or the speed, or the wisps, and whatnot, and maybe the difficulty spike at the very end of the game. I can see why people don't like that stuff, but there's a lot here that people forget about. The visuals of this game are really good looking, especially some of the cutscenes. They look quite solid. The gameplay, while slow, it's still really fun, and it really does have that fun, whimsical feel to it that other Sonic games have. And it has a lot of content to it, and I think it's pretty solid. Do I think it's the best Sonic game ever? No. I think that it's definitely very far from that. But really though, I don't see what's so bad about it. Unless I'm missing something, let me know in the comments section. But for my score, I'll be giving Sonic Lost World for Wii U a 7 on my 0 to 10 scale. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It is a good game. I think that people do forget about it way too much, and I think it is kind of underrated if I'm going to be honest, but I won't be saying that it's a great game. It's a good game. It's a good game. If you like Sonic but haven't played it, I'd recommend checking it out. You can also play it on Steam as well, so more options. You could play the 3DS version, but I've heard it's pretty bad, so I don't know. I play it at your own risk, I guess. Now, what I would like to see is a sequel to this game, because I feel like this game could easily have a sequel that could fix this game's problems. To see a sequel that can fix the speed of the game to make it much more fast-paced, and maybe make the wisps a lot better. Maybe even have a story that doesn't involve such terrible villains, and not in the good way. And you could make a really good sequel out of it. I really hope that they make a sequel to this game someday, because I think they could easily fix some of these problems, and I think the game would be pretty alright. I don't think it would be amazing, but I think it could be quite solid. But that's what I think. But that's when I take it over to you guys. What do you guys think? Would you like to see a sequel to Sonic Lost World, and that could fix the game's issues? And what do you think of Sonic Lost World in the first place? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know in the comments down below. And if this is your first time checking out my channel, then please consider subscribing and checking out some more videos like this. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out and take care, everybody.